Alex, can you please say your last name for us? I'm gonna try, okay? I'm gonna say it's Tertyshny.
Yeah.
How'd I do?
Yep. You got it. Spot on.
Am I 100%?
100%. Yep.
Tertyshny?
Yep. Tertyshny, and boy.
Okay, so Alex Tertyshny, American International College, 2021, 2022 commit, 1 year NAHL Northeast Generals assistant captain defenseman. This is college hockey players one question interview. You're listed as committing to AIC at the start of your second season in Russian junior hockey, the MHL, playing for a team I can't possibly pronounce correctly, although I'm pretty sure they have a KHL team attached to them. You're said to be of Russian American descent, so going over there maybe makes a little bit of sense. But that year you committed, you returned and eventually finished the season with Northeast Generals. So the question is, how did AIC know of you to have you commit when you were playing your junior hockey in Russia?
Yeah. So it's definitely been a roller coaster. I played my prep school hockey at Rosemary Hall. And it was great experience. I loved it there, but in terms of hockey, I didn't really have the success that I wanted. Just individually and as a team, it was a bit rough. And so coming out of high school, I didn't really have many options. I didn't have options in college or juniors, anything. So I was kind of mid-season. I was kind of thinking about what my options were, and there's a team in Russia. They're called Белые Медведи Челябинsk. It's an MHL team. They play in the top junior league in Russia, and I felt confident that I could play at that level. The league produces a lot of KHL players and eventual NHL players. You play against NHL prospects, and so I figured, why not? And plus, it just seemed like a lot of fun because when I was a kid, I used to go over there for the summers, and they'd hold an annual tournament in memory of my dad, and it was this junior team that would play for him. And I think there's like an interview on NHL.com, but yeah, I remember saying in that interview that I always wanted to play for that junior team. So it was really cool. I kind of just decided to go over there, see my family, hopefully play in front of them, and went over there and tried out for the team that summer. Went through training camp, went through the preseason. Was happy to make team, and then played that full season, and it was a blast. I got to meet a lot of kids whose dads played with my dad, and got to play in front of my family, and it was just really nice, and definitely an experience I'll forever cherish. But yeah, we ended up playing in the playoffs that year, and I got to play with my cousin. He plays in the second league in Russia, the VHL. Got to play with him during the playoffs because there's a rule there for the MHL. You can have 5 overage players join you in the playoffs. So he joined us, got to play with him. And then I think you can see it on Twitter or YouTube, but there's a play there. It was in game 5. It's a 5-game series. Like I go down in the corner there, I give him a pass, and he scored this sick, like kind of like scoop lacrosse goal. And it was all over, and it was just cool because it was for me to him, and it was awesome. So that's definitely a memory I cherish. And then just playing under Maxim Smelnitsky there, he played with my dad, and then the coaches for defensemen, or the coach for defensemen, that was there. His name's Alexei Chikalin. He also played with my dad, and they took good care of me. They cared about my development. They cared about me as a player and as a person, and a lot of credit to my development goes to them. So yeah, I ended up having a pretty solid year there. I enjoyed it. And then that summer, I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to do, whether I wanted to stay over there and try my hand at playing pro there, um, or if I wanted to come back and play college. Talk to my parents, talk to my dad's parents, my grandparents, and they pretty much just told me the value of education and um, being able to play hockey and study, and the opportunities that gives me is just unmatched. Because hockey, it doesn't last forever. You need to do something afterwards. Hopefully, I mean, hockey can take care of you afterwards, but it's always good to have that backup. So yeah, they pretty much just told me the importance of getting an education. They told me that I could always go back and play pro, and I can still like that opportunity to play pro hockey is always there.
Right.
The opportunity to go to school. It is, but um, it's complicated, I guess. Um, but yeah, so that summer I actually just ended up taking matters into my own hands. I made myself a little highlight video, had a friend help me do it, posted on YouTube, just sent the link to pretty much every coach of every school, saw who bit, and Stephen Weidler of AIC, he's now at UVM. He ended up emailing me back, and he said that he really enjoyed the video, and he told me to send more clips of like um, just like shift by shift games to me. So I sent that over. Then he liked those too, and kind of just kept in touch that whole summer. I actually visited AIC that summer with him. Showed me the campus. I loved it. Met some of the staff there. They were all great. And so left there on a pretty good note. Told them that I'd be going back to Russia to start the season, and he told me that they'd keep an eye on me and see how I do, and then if anything, then I can earn a commitment. And so went back. Played Had a strong start to the season. And then there was this one weekend where we played. It's Metallurg Magnitogorsk. Um, and that game, they actually sent down two of their prospects from the KHL team. There was Pavel Dorofeyev, drafted by Vegas. He now plays with Henderson. And then there was Yegor Spiridonov, I think that's his name. He's drafted by the Sharks, and he's currently playing for SKA. They both played in the World Junior Championships. And so I played with my partner. His name's Alexander Kirpichnikov, and we had the task of shutting them down. And we ended up doing that and ended up getting some points up there. Then after that weekend, Stephen Widler pretty much called me, and they're ready to commit me, and I was honored. I was happy. I was ecstatic. Told my family there, and they were happy for me. And yeah, but about a month later, I took the plane and came back over here. And started my junior career here with the Corpus Christi Ice Rays up in Texas.
Mhm.
And over there it was pretty good. Like, we didn't have the greatest team, and we weren't making playoffs. So I think because of that, at the deadline, ended up being dealt to Northeast Generals. Brian gave me a call, said he really wanted me, and I was excited just for a fresh start, because Corpus was pretty rough over there. I mean, it was fun, it was enjoyable, but losing games, I don't like losing games. So
No, you ran a really bad plus minus too.
yeah, I did not enjoy any of that. So yeah, I was kind of down on myself, and then getting traded, obviously, like, you never know, kind of you get stressed out and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, I came to Northeast, met with Brian, met the guys, of Progen, the assistant coach there, and they all welcomed me with open arms. They were excited about me, and it was kind of a breath of fresh air. And yeah, there I felt really comfortable. I played really well and had a strong end to that season. And
Yeah.
then I was really excited. Well, yeah, strong end to abrupt end to that season. Um,
Oh,
it was,
last year.
yeah, last year.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I played like about 10 games with Northeast last year then.
Right.
we had this year.
And then you signed on for 2021.
Yep. Yeah.
And the weirdo where you played 4 different teams and you couldn't even play at home for most of
Yep.
the season.
Yep.